This is a little video which I've made to explain why it's important that the dog has such a thorough understanding of the click within the clicker retrieve process. And there are two parts to this understanding that we want the dog to have, and I understand it as, firstly, that the dog holds until they hear the click. So they don't drop early. They will hold even if food is wafted around, even if there's a distraction nearby. They will hold whatever until the click. When they hear the click, this is the other part, we want them to drop. So we don't want them to keep holding after the click has happened. So these two parts are really two sides of the same coin, and they're really important when it comes to getting a reliable delivery to hand, getting the dog to thoroughly understand the clicker retrieve process, and also, I think, dealing with things like not dropping the retrieve when coming out of water, to shake. It's very common for people to get really worried about the retrieve ending up on the floor when you click, which is what happens when you're clicking and dog's dropping on the floor. It's understandable to be worried about this, but it's a necessary part of the retrieve, and it's essential, the clicker retrieve that is, and it's essential for fixing lots of problems. The first clip I'm going to show you is with Moi, my young black Labrador. What I want you to notice here is that sometimes I'm clicking and allowing the dummy to fall on the floor, and sometimes I'm clicking only when it touches my hand and I'm getting a hand delivery. I want you to notice how these two things do not in any way interfere with each other, that I can alternate. Sometimes I can click and let it fall to the floor, sometimes I can click when it's delivered to my hand. Letting it fall on the floor is in no way affecting or allowing the delivery to hand to deteriorate in any way whatsoever. I'm not telling her to sit here, she's just sitting herself. So what tells her that I want that delivery to hand is when I give her the hand target. So when my palm goes down facing her, that tells her, come and target my hand now with your nose. So here I'm putting my hand down, but I'm kind of moving away from her, so I'm kind of making it hard for her to reach my hand. So she had to really keep pushing forwards to reach my hand there, and just trying to make her work a bit harder for it. So you see I've switched to clicking and letting it fall on the floor. I could switch back to holding and a hand target. I can switch backwards and forwards between these two things. I'm completely in control about whether it falls on the floor or whether it touches my hand. So what I'm doing here is making it really difficult. I'm going to put the treats down on the step there in front of her, and she goes to eat the treat, but I snatch it away before she can eat it. So she picks it up again, and then I put the treats back down. So kind of the treats, it's even harder now, the treats are like almost on the floor, almost reachable. She has to not drop the dummy, despite the fact that those treats are right there. And after the click she can. Now after all of that clicking and letting the dummy fall on the floor, here to finish with is a little delivery to hand. You'll see in no way is that affected by it having been allowed to fall on the floor before.
Good girl.
So I just wanted to show you this in the context of a water retrieve, because you'll see how this discipline around the click and what it means is useful when it comes to this kind of thing.
Great give. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Very good.